This is a public service announcement. I know that every time we switch on X, there's a new character consistency workflow that's shoved in our face along with some magic character sheet that is promising to solve all our consistency woes, but almost never does. Hey, I'm Hridaye. I've been a filmmaker for the past 15 years and an AI filmmaker for the past 3. Trust me when I say this, I've tested every single character consistency workflow out there. For today's video, we're going to be testing 2 of the most viral character consistency workflows and character sheets that are popping off on X so that you can see what happens when we actually put it to the test. The idea is by the end of this video, you will walk away with the one character sheet that actually works every single time. Okay, let's start with the first viral character sheet that you've all seen possibly on X or on YouTube. I mean, when you look at this, it really looks like someone put in a lot of work, right? There's the character and the styling references for 2 characters. There's the wardrobe and accessories. There's a separate block. There's the storyboard and the short list, very nicely put down. There's cinematography notes. There's a top-down movement camera map. There's for some reason there's mood and keywords and lighting and mood and style notes. This looks like a master sheet someone would use before just going in for shoot, right? I mean, it looks like someone's really put in a lot of work, a lot of thought, and it feels like after all that work, this should actually end up working for us. We should have consistent characters, right? I'm just gonna get onto agent 1. I'm gonna start a new agent here. I'm gonna call it the character sheet investigator. And I'm going to quickly upload the character sheet that you saw earlier. And I'm basically going to tell it to make a bunch of images and a bunch of videos so we can actually see if our character is consistent across the board. I'm just going to spin up a small story, which was actually already in this beautiful character sheet. And let's see where this takes us. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? That's not the face we put in. I mean, we never wrote Kate Winslet anywhere, but that's somehow the face that showed up. I kind of feel that this was what was going to happen because you crammed so much information into one sheet. So it randomly chose a face and put it in the film. Moving on to exhibit B. This one is actually way more focused on the character. Literally just one character, unlike the last one which had both shoved into it. But this one too has a bunch of things happening. There's the expression progression, there's the micro expressions, there's the head detail, the posture variations, the notes panel, the silhouette guide. There's a lot happening in this, but it's focused on one character, and I'm hoping that aspect of things actually helps us get what we want, which are consistent characters. So let's put this one to the test. I'm going to upload that to agent 1 again and basically run the same test. This is actually much better than the last one, right? The truth is, you might turn around and say, hey, to the naked eye, you really can't tell the difference. But the moment I'm like zooming into any one of them to see if like the jawline structure is the same, the hair color is the same, or even the slight imperfections on the skin are the same, that's when you're realizing that this one starts to slip too. It doesn't really hold up. But if you really want to make real projects and make them work, you're going to have to make sure that they work on these minute details. So after going through both these tests and seeing both of them fail, I wanted to ask a bunch of simpler questions. What does the model actually need? What actually went wrong with these? So I started examining them a little closer. And what I noticed was that they're trying to cram a lot of things in. It's almost like someone wants it to make it feel like you're working really hard, but to no avail. So what I mean by that is, if you zoom in over here, you'll actually see in the character sheet, the character's face is drifting in the character sheet itself. So then what is Seed Dance or Nano Banana going to do to help you with that situation? And that's when I got some clarity. So I looked at both the character sheets and I took out all the unnecessary stuff. And I kept just what the model needs. A face, the 4 profiles, an indication of the height, and that's it. And you know what? That's when it clicked. It's exactly like the audition reels actors send to all the production houses and agencies when they're auditioning for a role. They'll stand there with their slate and then they'll turn and say, these are my profiles. That was all that was required by the directors and the clients in the traditional filmmaking world, and that's all that's going to be required by the directors, the clients, and the models and the agents in the post-AI world. So after creating our own character sheets, I uploaded them onto Agent 1. We ran a bunch of tests. We saw some where we just saw the characters in their own settings, some where both the characters were standing together to test the whole height indication, and you know what? It worked every single time. And that's it. It's that simple. All you need to do is just give the model exactly what it needs and not have to overload it with a bunch of information that just confuses it by the end of it. And honestly, if there's anything else that you feel that is important to tell any model that you're actually working with, just ask Agent 1 to add a box on this character sheet. What I mean by that is, if there's a ring a character wears or a clip she wears in her hair that has to show up in a bunch of shots, just ask Agent 1 to modify this character sheet, and it will create a small box right where there's a little bit of space. And now when it attaches that to Nano Banana, GPT Image 2 or Seed Dance, you will actually get consistency across every shot, across every frame. Okay, so this is the part of the video I'd normally say that we've attached a link in the video description to give you the character sheet that you can download and use as a template, but we actually went one step further. We've hard-coded it into the agent. Once you have a character that you've locked, tell the agent you want the character sheet. It'll make it in this particular format. Once you're happy with that, tell the agent to lock it. It'll put it into its context. And now just sit back and actually direct your film and trust that every single shot you get after that will actually be perfect in terms of character consistency. There'll be no facial drift whatsoever. So now you know what to do the next time you get onto X and you see someone peddling the next new character consistency workflow, or the next new character consistency solve. You take it, you print it, you throw it in the trash. If you want to try out our version, the link's in the description. Go try it out.